Well, it's about 7 o'clock in the morning, and as you can see, the clouds and the skies don't look that favorable. So I'm going to see how far I can go today. I'm going to the Corkscrew trail loop, 3.3 miles it says. So we are here, and we're going to be going actually this way around the loop. So it's just me this morning, so let's give it a shot and see how far we can get and see if we make sure we don't get struck by lightning. And I think this is the way to go. Let's see what the little marker up here says. Yep, this is the way to go. All right, we're on our way. All right, so it looks like it did rain here yesterday. This will be my first kind of test for my knee, because I did take a short hike yesterday, about a mile, and getting out today and doing a more strenuous hike with a lot more ups and downs. So we'll see how my new knee performs with that. But it's quiet right now, but the parking lot was starting to fill up back here, and I'm just hoping I can get up here and find some quiet. That's what I'm really looking for, is just some quiet. Well, I'm trying to set a little bit of a quicker pace to try to beat the rain and the thunderstorms that's coming into this area. The first half mile of this trail is not too bad. It's not flat, but it's a good trail to go on. There's some steps, so it's not too bad. And that steps and this trail leads over to the monument, where we'll then pick up a couple of other trails, and then it's eventually split off over to the Corkscrew. Looks pretty dark through there, and I see rain streaks coming down there. I've never hiked this trail before, so I'm not exactly sure what to expect, but it's always an adventure to get out on a new trail. Some excitement to it, and look forward to this since I found this trail on a map the other day. All right, here's your sign. Let's see where we're gonna go. Okay, we want to come back the Corkscrew trail. Let me get out my map here on my phone and just make sure of this. Okay, there's my map. We've come a half mile here. Here's the Corkscrew. So we're going to proceed on up on up this way, and then down here toward the Corkscrew. So it's on up this way we go. And those clouds still won't look too favorable that way off to the east, but here there's some blue sky. But back over that way, again, the clouds don't look too good. I guess we go down this way, because I see steps over there. Excuse me. Sinuses have been really bugging me recently. And I guess that was a trail through there. Oh well, I'll go this way. I think it's from all the smoke that has been in this area. And if you look here, this whole field we just came through here, granite. Granite, there's your countertops for your kitchen. Granite. All through there. Excuse me. Yeah, we've had a lot of smoke here in the Grand Valley from fires out west that have blown the smoke over this way. So I think it's really been affecting my sinuses and such. And look here at this rock formation here. It's like it's setting on edge. That's pretty cool. More steps, and just came up a whole bunch of steps. But if you look through there, you can see the sun starting to hit that face of that canyon wall. So maybe I'm going to miss out on the rain. I hope so. Well, in the midst of this granite that we've been going through, all of a sudden we come up on this yellow layer. And really unusual. But you can see how yellow it is through there, and it stretches all the way down this way. I'm not sure what it is. It might just be sandstone, but it's very yellow, and you can see more of it up through there. Oh, just worn spot here in that rock to go across. Now I guess it's on up that way. Had to figure out a way to get up that. Come around this way. Come up here and across this bit of slick rock here to get on up the trail. So that was a little bit of a challenge because there wasn't really anything marked. I'm gonna pause here a moment, get my heart rate down. I was up to over 155. Seems like it's been nothing but a climb since we got to the park boundary. But I just need to catch my breath here. Heart rate going down. We're about 0.79 miles into the hike. So what goes up eventually has to come back down, and that should be a lot easier. You can see off through there the sun lighting up some rain coming down through there. And then over this way, blue skies and more ups. I've already 489 feet elevation gain. So I'm pushing it a little bit this morning. And it just keeps going up. Hopefully at some point it'll reach the point where I can stop, take a breather, get a drink, or it'll start heading back down. So on up we go. So I've had my eye on the trail. It winds up that way, but looking back here behind me, I can finally see the Book Cliffs. It's been so smoky. And Mount Garfield through there. And there's the sun coming through. The view is just beautiful. It looks like there's not much more actually to get to the top. And from here, way down there, is the parking lot. So let's press on. Here's my first sighting of a quartz vein right through there. Isn't that beautiful? So I'm gonna try to find some quartz samples on up the trail, see what we can find. And the trail just keeps winding on up. I'm gonna have wobbly knees for the rest of the day and tomorrow. All right. Here's the signpost up ahead, my next stop. All right. So we want to go that way. So we've reached the top of this. That way another half mile goes up to the Liberty Cap Trail. And Liberty Cap. But right now, this is as far as I planned on going. And I'm going to head back down Corkscrew and check that out. I tell you right now, it's a cool breeze here. So I'm going to find a rock, break out my water bottle, drink a lot, take a little break, and then head on down that way. So I'm at the trail split here, and just taking a quick break. 676 feet elevation gain in 1 mile, and I'm pretty pretty hot. I don't think it would have been so bad, but there were steps excuse me, some of them pretty steep, and it was just very windy coming up. But all in all, I mean, I figure I did pretty good, considering you know, 5 months away from total knee replacement. So I'm just going to sit here. I've got my little gray jug, not my little brown jug, and I'm going to eat a cereal bar, and then we're going to head down this trail here, the Corkscrew, and head on back. So I had a cereal bar, I had something to drink. I met a gentleman who said that he got sort of lost a couple of times going this trail. He said, but don't worry, you can find your way. He said there's lots of runners that come down through here. This part of the trail, he said, is longer, but it's not as steep. So let's head on down this trail and see what we can see. Look at the weathering on this sandstone here. That is pretty cool. And the knotted tree. Just look up here at that. I almost didn't do this trail this morning because there was lightning in the area and they were calling for rain. But oh, I'm so glad I went on and did it. It's beautiful up here. It's just good to get out on a trail, get away from civilization, and just explore God's beautiful creation. Look at the green in contrast with the red, and then the yellow up there, and then there's something there. Let's go down and see what that is. I'm not sure. I gotta watch my step here. There we go. Wow, look at that. I don't know what that is, but it looks like it's maybe pieces of, I really don't know. I know this is granite here, and it's steep up that way, steep down that way. Alrighty. and into this beautiful red soil here. And on down the trail we proceed. Yeah, the guy that I just talked to said that he got a little lost a couple of times because someone keeps knocking down the cairns. So I don't know who would do that, but you shouldn't touch them. That's for sure. I don't know what that is, but it's cool looking. So far, this has been a lot less steep and rugged. Now the challenge is, and I'm going to turn the camera around, see if you can see me. The challenge is going down the hill with my knee. Going uphill is one thing, but going down, all that pressure on the knee really builds up. So that's the challenge. So let's see how the knee holds up under the pressure of going down. So far it's done good. When we were up on Independence Monument, coming down from that, it wasn't too bad at all. But we'll see how it feels today. When we were in Arizona, we didn't get a chance to do any hiking over there. It's just way too hot. Way too hot. So that was about probably 10 days, if not more, that we didn't get out and do any hiking because it was just too hot. We basically were either in the car or in the hotel room. So you don't know how good it feels just to get out and stretch your legs and hike like this. It is a wonderful feeling. I'm glad you're along with me. Let's look up. How pretty that is. And I know normally I don't record the way back, but since this is a loop, I thought I'd better also record the way back. So that's what I'm doing. So I don't know if this was a fence at one point, but there's a protect your heritage sign here. There's old barbed wire, and if you look around on this side, look at this, an old Quaker State can on this side. So I wonder if this was at one time like a fence through here. I would say that would be a good bet because of the barbed wire and this post here. So there might have been actually a gate or something across this gap here. I don't know, but it's interesting to see old stuff like that. It really is. All right. Let's go on down the trail. Coming up on the side. So flat right here with all this granite sticking up. All right, let's see what it says here. Corkscrew Trail and Wildwood Trailhead down that way. That's the way we're going to go. And then this way takes you to Ute Canyon. And then on back the way we came to Liberty Cap. Look at that up there, isn't that beautiful? And it is so quiet here. This almost looked like a nice little place right here if someone wanted just to camp or just to take it easy for a while. This would be a nice place for it right here. But we're going to head down this way and make our way back. According to this, it's 2 miles. So we're at 705 feet elevation gain, and 1.25 miles. So let's head on down the road. So I've stepped out onto a little ledge here. Please don't tell Nancy. You could see how high up I am. And beautiful green field there. Look at that. Through there too. And I think I see the parking lot right through there. But look at this rubble going down here. I guess that's granite that has just broken off and fallen over the years. Beautiful morning. Absolutely beautiful. I know it's cloudy and gray and all that, but so nice and quiet up here. There's a little bit of a drop off. No missteps through here. Right along this granite wall face here. See here, it's pretty steep in places going down. Just take your time. Always keep at least 1 foot under you, and you'll be okay. Lots of scat along this portion of the trail, and it looks fairly fresh. So I'd say that there's been some bighorn sheep up in this area, and that's what I was scanning around for, to see if I see any, but I don't, unfortunately. I'm beginning to feel a couple of drops of rain, so I need to pick up the pace. Unfortunately, it's going this downhill with these corkscrews. It's hard to go much faster. Plus, if you go too fast and it starts getting wet, you're going to slip and fall. So hopefully the rain holds off just a little while longer until I'm able to get down off of this. Go figure. Now the sun's come out, poking through the clouds. But I'm looking back this way, and what once was blue skies are now turning dark. So like I said, even though the sun poked out here, I've got to get my pace up a little bit more to get down off of here before and if the rain is coming. I haven't heard thunder or anything yet, but the area, there is a lot of rain around the area. Well, I hope I'm going the right way. This is the place where that guy was telling me someone must have knocked down the cairns through here, because there's no definitive markings or anything. So let me walk down this way, see if I see anything. This might be about the only way to come, I think. Maybe not. We shall soon see. Hooray! I think I found the trail. Here we go. Oh, I was worried there for a minute. When you come across open rock like that up there, unless there's a cairn, you can't know where the trail is. That's where we were up there. And came down a bunch of corkscrews, switchbacks through there. So now we're back on the trail. And big sigh of relief. At least you don't have to send out a search party for me. Whoa, look out. Little scree there. Loose rock, gotta watch for that. Which I didn't apparently. Alright, so here's another section of that rock where you've got to sort of hope that that's the trail up there. There's no markings here to show you how to get around. I probably took a little wrong turn back there. Let me get down this way. Alright, there we go. And you hope that's the trail. Looks like it is. Yay. There's another section. You can sort of see where the dirt trail is there, and then you got to make your way across this. And that brings you over to this section. But again, a cairn would have been very helpful back there to make sure that I was on the right path. And here's looks like another section right here. So I have noticed with my knee that when I pause for too long, like I did just there, that my knee sort of aches a little bit. I have noticed that walking, it's not so bad. Standing, I don't like that. It really stiffens up on me when I stand. And you'd think it would be the opposite, but it's not. It's I guess it's just the being still that my new knee doesn't like. It likes to stay in motion. And it looks like there's a path through that rock right there. Well, I must be going in the right direction. Here's your sign. Oh, boy, they need a few more of those, or a little better marking back up the trail a little bit. So I guess it goes down this way. We shall see. Boy, this has been an adventure here, trying to find the trail. I don't see anything down that way, so let's walk over here. See what we see. Looks like it right here. Yeah, it looks like the trail probably went up that way. I just missed it. It's not very well outlined where the trail is supposed to be. All right, that's okay. I didn't get lost. I managed to find the trail again. Well, I think I'm close to being back down from up there. There's that rock that was slanted, so we went up that way and then cut across and came down the corkscrews over there. There's the moon up there. Hello, moon. So I think we're about down. It looks like clouds are starting to break up a little bit, so I don't have to rush so much. Well, let's look back this way. Yeah, it's still a little cloudy there, but it doesn't look like rain. So, but I feel like I'm pretty close to being back down on the valley floor here. And when I get down there, it's probably a mile, maybe a little more than a mile back to the actual parking lot. So not too much further. We've made it so far. It feels so good to be back down here on soil as opposed to being on that rock, that hard rock up there. My knee is very grateful for that, because this is nice and smooth and hard packed sand is what it feels like. And I'm just going to swing around here. You can see the sage all through this area. Just a field of sage all around me. And again, that was an area that was raised up. We came around that side of it and then on up there and then down this way through some switchbacks there, switchbacks down there, on down that side. So it was quite a trek. 716 feet elevation gain. So it's been quite a workout going up there. That was quite a climb. And the gentleman I met up there, I was thinking about going on up to Liberty Cap. It was only a half mile. He says it gets steeper from that point on up toward Liberty Cap, and he said that's the longest half mile you will ever climb. So I said, nah, not going to do it. Not going to do it. Just going to stick with my original plan, and that was just to hike this trail here today. Looks like we're going up through a little wash. I don't know if you notice here, that's a prickly pear cactus, and over there is a type of agave plant. It is a oh my goodness, I'll put the name of it down here. I can't remember what the name of it is. There's some Mormon tea, but unlike when we were over in the desert with all the saguaro and ocotillo and cholla and tree cholla over there, about the only type of cactus type of plant, desert type plant you see are those there, and the prickly pear in this area. And I guess I don't know why, but it's I just think it's interesting, the different biospheres that you go through when you travel. You know, trees and then no trees, and cactus and then no cactus. I just think it's really, really interesting. So I was coming up this way, and I got to this. There's a trail that goes that way, and then there's a trail that I'm on here that goes this way. So this trail here winds up and around and takes you back toward the parking lot. This trail over here takes you to another street, a residential street, on down that way. So we want to bear to the left here and head back toward the parking lot. Just look up. Blue skies. Clear. Relatively. I mean, it's still a little hazy through there. But finally, I think that smoke has blown out of here. So I see a sign over here, so this must be good. So we'll head over and see what that sign says. So according to that sign back there, we're on the right trail. And I am thankful. Yes, right above that little rise there, down below it, I see the parking lot. A welcome sight. I think it's only about a half mile from that sign back to the parking lot. So, and it looks like, thankfully, it's all downhill. But I'm going to pause one last time here, and I'm just going to swing around and get some views of this area. And just be thankful that I'm able to get out and to walk like this, and just think a year from now my knee will be 100% and I shouldn't have any issues with it whatsoever. And I mean, it's great now compared to what it was. It is great. At least I'm able to get out and walk without without any pain. Stiffness, yes. Pain, no. So here we go. Head on down, back to the car. Well, there's the parking lot. We made it. We cheated death once again. 813 feet elevation gain. About 2 hours and 20 minutes, not counting the time that I stopped and took a little break. 3.28 or 29 miles on that loop, and I think that's pretty good actually, considering. So here we are, we made it. Thanks for hiking along with me. All right, let's get something cold to drink, get these hot boots off. Well, I'm back in the car. I made it, and pretty happy with myself. My knee's stiff. That's normal. That's normal. 5 months after surgery, it's normal. How would I rate this trail? I would rate it as slightly strenuous. It's a lot of ups, and the ups are not. If you go up toward Liberty Cap, it's steep, and the up is pretty intense through there. I mean, I gained about 700 feet. 600-700 feet in a half mile, and so that's and it was not an easy 600 or 700 feet. There was lots of steps, lots of steep steps and steep climbs through there. Coming back down through the Corkscrew, it was easier, but there was a lot of scree, a lot of still going down, quite sometimes steep steps going down, but it wasn't as bad. I don't know if I would have liked to have come down the way I went up through Liberty Cap. I think that would be a little hard coming down considering how steep it is. But I would recommend the trail. Beautiful views from up there, my goodness, beautiful views. And it's just, you know, to me, it's not something for kids, little kids. Older kids, yeah, maybe they could do it. And definitely not for pets. You know, I couldn't see an animal up there. Besides, on the way down, all along the Corkscrew area, there was bighorn sheep droppings everywhere there. So wouldn't have brought an animal on this hike. But is it worth it? Yeah. Yep, definitely. Would I do it again? Yeah. Had you go on there for a moment. Yes, I would do it again. It was cool this morning when I started, when the clouds were overhead. But then as the sun came out, and it's like 9:30 right now, it's starting to heat up a little bit. And so I would get here early and take the hike, take plenty of water. I saw people with trekking poles. I would recommend that. Good, strong boots to help you on the climbing. And maybe next year, I might take the extra half mile and going up to Liberty Cap. I don't know. We shall see. Hang in there. We shall see.